Hello everyone. We're streaming again. This time a little bit early. I have some time and I figured I'm gonna make a timer to show uh, when I need a break during a stream, like for a few minutes or something. We can just slap it on a screen and it will show a timer. And I thought maybe we'll use Nim for that instead of making some kind of website or something. It'll be just a terminal application. It just shows gigantic timer. And yeah, let's try that. So, where do I start? I guess I could start with what do you call it? Create a new project, right? Let me just open up a terminal. Make it full screen and gigantic letters so that everyone can see. There we go. So let's go to home, and here we have a bunch of stuff. Yeah, let's make a new repository. Why not? Like streaming things. New repo. Template. No templates. Streaming utilities. We'll start readme and some nim-based git ignore. Sure, MIT. I don't care. Create. Okay. Let's clone it to repos. It will be streaming utilities. Bam. Okay. Okay. Nimble init, I guess. So what is it going to be? You know what? Let's actually cancel. Let's make a directory for that. It'll be countdown. Okay. And now we can do nimble init. That will be a binary. Sure. Description. A simple terminal based countdown. For streams. Streaming. Oops. Love streaming. Live streaming. Okay. MIT. Sure. Okay. Got a package. Let's open it up in code. Open folder, and that will be streaming utilities countdown. Okay. Then open the repository. There's nothing here, no files, not a single file. What the heck? Oh, that's why. uh, Let me just do it in Explorer. It'll be faster than me typing it a million times. It'll be home repos. There we go. Okay. There we go. Everything is here. Hopefully still works. Okay. Our git ignore is fine. Sure. Nothing matters here. What matters is that we have our nim file, right? We need the configuration for VS Code. The part I absolutely hate. I'm gonna quickly borrow it from CommonFS, I guess. Countdown, paste it here. Oops. New directory.vs code. I'm just doing stuff on the other screen. And there we go. We've got our settings where we have everything set, and it'll be source slash streaming utils. No. Countdown. Okay. Okay. Readme. Countdown. This needs to be renamed to Countdown. Countdown. So many things go wrong when you just run a command in wrong directory. Alrighty. So we've got that set up. Yeah, so let's quickly fix here. So it'll be source slash countdown.nym. That'll be our entry point. And that should be it for now. We don't care about tests. We'll see if it runs or not. Sure, code runner, whatever. Yeah, and then we have tasks, run tests, nimble, blah, blah, blah. All good. Cool. So let's figure out how we can make this countdown work. I would like it to initially just show how many minutes and seconds are left, and hey, Ben is on a break or something like that. So we will need to basically, what do you call it? We'll need to display it in a terminal, and for that, I believe we have just the right thing. But before we do that, let's actually do like the most basic thing. You go away, you go down, and here. So let's ignore all that. So we would want something like echo, what it will be. 5 and 31, okay? Ben will be back in, okay? Something like that. I'll make it a bit larger. So if I will go into run tasks, I have only test task. Can I have like a actual task? Let's copy this one and let's make it into nym. What will be run whatever countdown. Let's name it that. It'll be nimble. Arguments run. I am not sure right now. Kind. What is the kind? Task execution group. No, that's no kind. So let's try to do it again. Run task. Countdown. Fault scanning the output. No scan. What the heck? It showed Ben will be back. Okay. Cool. That's good for me. That's good with me. Okay. So now let's extract this to like separate message. Let's do it constant message, and this will be Ben will be back in. Okay, and we can replace this whole message with message and the time. So then we have variable time, and this will be 5:31. I guess we need to do this. That should work when we run it. I don't care about that. Okay, same result. That's good. So I don't care about formatting right now. I would like to be able to store the. Oh, Taras, welcome back. It's nice to have you here. Yeah, I'm doing a quick little warm up before the 11 p.m. here, where I will start getting back into NIM and CommonFS, and I'm gonna make like a little timer or something. Many minutes for me to notice. Probably. I didn't expect anybody to be here so quickly. And I'm used to having just one viewer show up for 3 minutes and disappear, so yeah, I'm thick of figuring things out. I'm still not comfortable with the language. How are you doing? Share away. Time will be this, so we need to calculate time. Project idea that would probably take 5 years to implement. That's usually a fun project. Oh, to write our own spreadsheet. Yes, that's a big project. Although I think one guy did that like for JavaScript or something. And actually managed to do that in a little bit quicker. Yeah, how about formulas that just run normal code, right? Let me search for it. Now I'm curious. JavaScript spreadsheet library. Spreadsheet engine. I don't remember now, but I remember it was a cool project. For easy to implement interpreters. Lua, yep. Lua is popular. People love it. Although if you could use NIM, Did I see that somewhere on GitHub? Can I view like my things that I start or something? Your stars? Hmm. Oh, spreadsheet with brain F language. Oh, that would be. I don't think it will get a lot of people actually using it. That would be like a steep learning curve. Hmm. That's it. Hyperformula. That's the project. It's an open source headless spreadsheet for business web apps. It counts over 400 formulas, CRUD operators, undo, redo, clipboard support, and sorting, built in TypeScript supported by the hands-on table team. Yeah, this is like a. I heard that it's pretty good. 400 built-in functions. Wow, they had ducks and everything. Yep. Some people actually did that. And it's headless, so you can plug it into whatever you want. You know, just an idea. Hmm. Says will only host 1 byte. Hmm. Well, you will get some marketing with that, but I wonder if you might go insane before you actually have a project to release and get that marketing, because when for you to actually be able to develop this kind of spreadsheet system, you will actually need to use the selected language yourself and start learning to think in that language, and I don't think that will be healthy, in my personal opinion. And talking about interpreters, in NIM, I found a very interesting thing. In the standard library, there's lots of very standard libraries, and there was one that just surprised me a little bit. Let me see if I can find it. Generic operating system stuff, math. Something like PEG, I think. PEGs. Parsing expression grammar matching. Uses no memoization, but uses super operators and simple inlining to improve. A PEG, parsing expression grammar, is a simple deterministic grammar that can be directly used for parsing. The current implementation has been designed more powerful replacement for regular expressions. Oh no, this is just for regular expressions. What language NIM is closest to? That is very hard to describe, but it basically kind of looks like Python, but with types. And then you have performance of C languages because it compiles down to C or JavaScript. And then it has extensibility more like Lisp or something like that. Main competitors of NIM. I'd say Zig and Odin. That's at least the category of those little bit niche languages. Yeah. And I think NIM is also often used to make little languages, because when you go to somewhere like Nimble package directory, which is like npm or whatever for them. I saw that someone implemented min, a small but practical concatenative programming language in Shell. Just implemented in Nim. Because why not? And yeah, made in Nim. Yeah, and there was some other one, something with A. But disappeared from trending packages now. Yeah, there's lots of stuff going on. It's not a gigantic community yet, but when I go on to their Discord, they just answer immediately. Like, wow. So yeah, looking at the code for them, you know, you can have basic stuff, you know, pretty readable compared to if you start doing stuff with Rust or some other languages, especially C, where things get, you know, complicated quickly. And here I need to figure out how to get time, and I can look up the standard library. Browser, I keep going to the wrong browser. Standard library. Why can't I go back? What the heck just happened? Boop. And I recall there was something with time. Collection, string handling, time handling, times. There we go. So we have times. CPU time, nope. Now, and I can get time. Current timestamp as time. But I could probably just get time, right? Now. So standard times. So I will do import. Let's just get rid of this. Import standard times. And I'll say, because this should be simple, right? Have I seen Kotlin? Kotlin native and Kotlin multi-platform. I looked at Kotlin. I like it because it has few really nice features. Code looks nice. It's like a combination of C# with, I know, a lighter version of C#. But it runs on JVM, so I don't like it. I selected Nim currently because I was looking for a language that is compiled and compiles straight to executable. It doesn't have any, you know, it doesn't compile to bytecode. It compiles straight to executable. I wanted something that's performant. That's, for example, why I liked Go. But then when I started using Go a little bit more, I was, you know, pretty pissed off because everything is like a little bit too simple. I like to have fun with programming, and Go just couldn't let me have fun. And yeah. Kotlin JVM runs on JVM. Kotlin native runs natively. Kotlin JS compiles to JS. Okay, I see. So possibly Kotlin could run natively. Why not? Yeah, but I now with C# you can compile it natively as well, and I would, for example, prefer if C# would run, you know, compile natively to the point where your executable is really, really small, as if, you know, you wrote your code in something like Go, then I would really like it. But everything still drags their origins. And that made me a little bit upset. And what I liked in Go, in Nim, is that, you know, it compiles down to C and C++. So if I needed some, you know, low-level interrupt with C or C++, it's just amazing. Maybe not as amazing as Zig, but pretty amazing. And then it's just a fun language, as in you can do a lot with just language itself, because you have templates and macros, which are amazing, and just the fact that you have the common is it? Whatever. Basically, the way you can execute commands, I mean procedures. Let's say I'll make proc as in procedure is function or whatever. I know, double, right? And I'll say that it takes an integer, or let's do multiply, okay? Just something stupid. And it takes a, which will be integer, and b, which will be integer, okay? And returns integer as multiplied, right? So that's all it is, okay? It's very simple, very readable, right? No big deal. What is weird here, you see result. So this is one thing that I could just do return, okay? Or I could just straight up do this, and all are valid. I know it's a bit weird, but this will be just return because it's, you know, the last thing, there was no return anywhere, so it's gonna just figure out, okay, I probably want to return. If I'll do return normal, it's just like you would expect. But if I'll do result is a times b, that works as well, because for every procedure, nym automatically generates this variable result. What the heck? Result that is of your type is initialized instantly as you start a function, so you can just you can avoid a lot of indentations again, because you just have it there available for you. So let's say that we have that code. I'll just make it simpler. Return, okay. And let's say that I want to call this code, right? Let's say I have some read-only variable x, which will be, I don't know, 123, okay? So that's already inferred automatically. There's type inference, which is awesome. Just like you would have in TypeScript. You have type inference, x thinks it's a integer. So I can do, say, let y is multiply, and we x comma 3, okay? So this will be 3 times x, right? But I can write the same statement. Let's do y2. So y1 will be this. The other one will be multiply space x comma 3. I can just do that because it allows me to just skip the parentheses. I can do even more fun stuff. Let y3 will be x dot multiply and give it 3. It's like you have an extension method or something similar, I believe, is in Kotlin, where you can define extra functionality on top of existing type. In this case, is an integer. So first argument could be just used like that. Or I can go fourth version, why bother with parentheses? I can just do that. Why not? And it's absolutely awesome. The other weird stuff is that if I would have procedure, I know, proc double, okay, that I want to double something, I'll say that I want to double an integer, right? But I don't want to return it. I want to change it in place. So I would do a times equals 2, right? This won't work because when you define a parameter of a proc like this, it's assumed to be immutable. You need to say it's mutable. Now it's gonna work, and therefore I could do, you know, I have variable, because with let it won't work. I have variable, whatever, a, which is something, and I can do double a, or I can do double a. Whoops. Or I can do a dot double. Or I can do a dot double. Again, it's nuts. It just lets you do those things, which is empowering And at the same time, you can shoot yourself in the foot, especially with this. Because in some language, you differentiate, like, oh, this is some kind of field existing on the object A, while this, oh, this is something that I'm executing. So again, with something like C# or probably Java, and I would presume also Kotlin, you could define a property that basically has a getter. So when you do something like that, it executes the get, so executes some code. And it's just good practice to not put a lot of code that runs there, so that, you know, it's just retrieval, whatever. So it's cheap. But here, it's a little bit, you know, with this, it's fine, because you're not doing a lot of math, but there's nothing stopping you from saying, you know, a dot Fibonacci, right? And just call it like this. And suddenly there's a lot of, you know, expensive code running in the background, while this would mean a little better. I guess you would need to make sure that you do, I don't know, calc Fibonacci, right? Something like this. It's just, you know, if you're coding alone, it's fine, but when you're coding with a team, you would really need to make sure that you have your standards developed, because you can do crazy stuff. And don't even get me started on, I mean, I need to show you one thing. Let's say that I'm dealing with this time, right? I got times, and let's say let current time is now. I should be able to do that. Let me just restart it, because it should start an server to get some help. It should. Oh, nim suggest initialized. Awesome. Now I'm getting all the hints. So I have that time, right? And I presume time has all the additions, right? Yeah, sure. I should be able to add something to the time, right? So let's see. Let's make it variable. And let's do current time dot, what can we do here? Hour. You can set an hour, okay. So yeah, let's do that. We set an hour is current time dot hour plus 1, okay? Let's say that we do something like that often. We just increase an hour or something. What you can do is I can say it's a proc, just like function or something, but I can actually say that this is a plus. It's an operator that on the left takes date time, on the right takes, let's call it an hour here. It'll be integer, so it'll be time, an hour, and returns date time. Okay, or not even that. It modifies the time and place. I don't know if that's possible. I don't think that's possible. Let's say it returns new time, okay? That's where my knowledge ends. So it will say the returns date time. And suddenly we can say that new time is time, because when you assign, you actually copy, because date time is not a reference. Yeah, it's not a reference, so it copies the data. So new time is this. We said hour is this plus that. And we just return it, okay? So what I could do here is that current hour, current time is current time plus 1. Adding operators is so easy, okay? But that's not the end of it. I could make it triple plus if I wanted. And now I need to actually do that. You can define your own operator. I know, you can go crazy. You can go that this is your operator that, I don't know, has a star inside. And now you have unreadable code, but it works. So that's another fun thing you do. Or what you could do also that, yeah, you can even do operators on, let me think. yeah, you can do crazy stuff here. So let's do something crazier. We had this whole hour where we assign stuff to the hour, right? What if I'm gonna say that we have operator that's hour equals on the time, okay? And let's make it in place. I think it will work. And we just need to provide it a float or something, right? So that it's stupid. And it doesn't return anything. We should be able to do something like this. And what we're doing here is we're gonna take the time and I know, let's do even something crazier. Because the float here it will be nice to int, because what you can do is you can take a field of an existing type and define your setter on it from outside of the type anywhere. So I should be able to just do that. We want to assign an integer, but you can do type double hour, and this will be distinct integer, okay? And we can define that the hour here will be double hour. So we can say that new time hour is the hour. We convert it back to integer, so .int times 2. And this should work in theory. Hour equals is deprecation. Whatever, that's just a thing in the code. But I think I should be able to do .hour equals oh, that's when you assign it, what the heck? It takes it assigns time times twice. So let's say if I would say 4, and I would say that this is a double hour, right? I could do this. It should decrease by 8 hours. Because this assignment will double it first because it's a double hour instead of something else. And of course you can write down double hour like this if you wanted. Whatever. Whatever you want, most of the time it's gonna work. So yeah, we just overrode the assignment for a random field in some standard library code. Why not? You can do that, and it just looks like a normal procedure. There's nothing special other than needs to be in a backtick to signify as an operator, and that field has equals at the end, and it's just nuts. Absolutely nuts. And what you can do with macros is anything, because macros in NIM, you basically can define, again, looks like a procedure, but input is basically AST, the abstract syntax tree. So the compiler feeds whatever the block was supposed to be modified as the abstract syntax tree, and you can modify it however you want. So you can just do bonkers things, I know, definitions of types and a bunch of other stuff, and just return it, and there you go. And it has a bunch of utilities to make it simpler. Yeah. And whenever it can, it will automatically try to compile things during compilation rather than you executing things, which is, again, strange. I mean, not strange, awesome. But getting back to what I wanted to do here, I needed to basically have when we start a program, I need let's do it const I can't do constant, right? Because constant is compile time. So let's do let start time is now. And then we're gonna do, basically we'll need to have a loop. So how the hell did you loop? Do you loop and nem? We had 4 loops. Do we have while loops? Yeah, while true. For now, while true, okay? So we have the while true loop. So we want to basically, do we have sleep? Let's look at the library if we have something like sleep. It shows OS proc sleep and how many milliseconds. Okay, so we do import times and we also import OS. Okay, we import those two. So we have sleep, let's say 100 milliseconds. Okay, and then will be current time is now, and elapsed time should be those two, and that will be duration automatically. Awesome. So it works as expected. So let's say that our timer is 15 seconds. So let countdown timer or time is, can I do duration? New init duration. And what can I provide it with? Nanoseconds, microseconds, milliseconds, seconds. Let's do seconds will be 15, okay? Nope. Object type proxy. Let me look at it in the standard library because I haven't used that before. Times, formatting dates. Do we have something about duration? Duration versus time interval. Presents duration. Oh, I see. Not this. It needs to be equals. And now it's happy. So this would be the total countdown time, and we do while count down time is less than elapsed time. Okay. And elapsed time, so var variable elapsed time is and a duration, and I guess the 0 will be just 0. Okay. Oops, sorry. So this is me first time using that this module, and so far everything works kind of like expected. So we can, you know, have operators for subtractions and all this stuff, so that's cool. So we can just reassign the elapsed time is this. And what else do we need? Basically we need to update the timer. So time left is countdown time minus elapsed time. Okay. And we can basically say that echo, and we'll do message, and then we're gonna do the space. Let's just add the space to the message. So time left dot, can we just get minutes? Yes, minutes, comma. We do the character of this, and will be time left seconds. Ah, this needs to be let. So we have a variable, so it all works. Hopefully. Type mismatch. I don't think there's a type mismatch there. And at the end, we'll just do echo. Ben is back. Supposed to be back now. Okay. Let's see if I can run it. Error. Expected this, but got sleep. Oh yeah, because we need a colon here. There we go. Mistake I make the most. Undeclared field minutes for the times duration. Okay, so let's see what we can get from duration. Arithmetic with durations very fast. Okay. Can I like click on duration or something? Object represents fixed duration time. Private attributes. Use in seconds for converting to seconds and in nanoseconds for converting to nanoseconds. Okay. Okay. So in seconds. So let's get it. Simple math, okay? Total seconds is time left in seconds, okay? And minutes will be total seconds divided by 60. No, div is divide because normal slash will turn it into a float. And whoops, and then we're gonna do sure, that works. So we'll have minutes and seconds, and let's try to run it now. Ben is supposed to be back now. Oops. Well, countdown time is less than elapsed time. Countdown time. Let's echo it initially. Countdown time. Will that echo anything? Or will it be something strange? It says 15 seconds. Okay. And elapsed time. Echo. Elapsed time. Is 0 nanoseconds. Okay, so that should be less, right? Let's just put in straight in echo inside the loop. Okay, I want to see if it actually works. If it gets inside the loop. No, it isn't getting inside the loop. What the heck? Oh yeah, I'll agree to work on languages on which JetBrains has IDE, says Taras Mazepa. I wish support for NIM was good in JetBrains. I really, really wish. But unfortunately, they have apparently an official plugin, but it doesn't work. It's really bad. So yeah, I need to survive on VS Code. Not happy about that because, you know, everything else is JetBrains stuff. But yeah, I'll live. I hope that by the time I start getting good at NIM, it'll be one of the better languages out there. AKA 5 years from now. So that's that. While countdown time is less than elapsed time, why not? Echo, and we just copy this. What the hell is going on here? Will be true or false, because I am upset now. False! Countdown time isn't less than elapsed time. What the heck is going on? This was supposed to be 0 milliseconds. While this is seconds 0. There we go. Let's try that. False. Seconds 1. Still false. Oh, wait. I'm an idiot. That's why. I'm just an idiot. As always. Content time is larger than that. So we got that. And the timer goes down. Look at that. Oof. 5s instead of 0.5s. We can fix that, no problem. And I'm supposed to be back now, and that's it. So we have a basic loop. So now, while we calculate all that, I could just make a separate proc for, we have setup and everything. Let's do proc display message. Okay. And I'll just give it the minutes, and that'll be integer, and seconds, I'll be integer. This way we'll just receive that, and we could kind of move it here. This will be display message, minutes and seconds. So we can just shove it here. Okay. And that should work exactly the same. No difference, right? Okay. Let's just get rid of the inside the loop. So the next thing will be, instead of just showing a stream of numbers going down, we could actually display them, like replace them as they go. So again, I think when browsing the standard library, I saw something about terminal. So let's see. Core. Don't think so. Nothing here. Collections, I don't think so. String handling. No. Time, no. Terminal, a module to control the terminal output. I think that's gonna be it. There you go. Progress bar and everything. So that's good. So that means we'll be able to replace stuff. Let's see. This module contains few procedures to control the terminal, also called console. Its implementation simply uses ANSI escape, blah, blah, blah. Sure. Let me try something else, because what do you call it? There's the document. So let's copy the whole file. Okay. I'm gonna do something fun. I'm gonna go to ChatGPT. The new 4.0 model was released today, so that's fun. Here's the documentation on NIM language standard library module terminal. And we just paste it here, okay? Let's see what happens. Go away. Okay, it summarizes it. Good. I'll let it run. In the meantime, I can start thinking of the message. Please write me a simple proc that will display and replace previous one. A message like will be a message on screen. And we'll just give it the proc that we started writing. We'll just say that display message will also take message, okay, as a string. And will be, yeah. Message, we'll just add the space in between. So let's copy this. I'll just add something like that, but replaces itself every call. And let's see what happens if it can use the whole documentation that we gave it. What the hell's going on with it? It broke. Cursor beginning. Huh. We've got this and that. So let's use that. This is the implementation. Okay. There's that and implement it. Okay. So for this countdown display message, let's copy, paste, and see what the hell happens. Display message. Move cursor to the beginning, right? And we need to import the terminal. Okay. And format, right? FMT or something like this. What the hell was it? Format. Back, that was a string utilities. String format, right? Yeah. str format. str format. And we just call it here, display message, and we just need to give it message, comma, this and that. Let's see if ChatGPT wrote code that works. Although I don't know if it's gonna work in this terminal here. Terminal tries to do something, so let's just run in a proper terminal. Okay, we've got it here, so we just do clear it and do nimble run. Sure. We've got some problems. Okay, let's figure it out. What did it try to do? So go to position 0, erase the line, and then write this. Okay, so FMT. Let's see what how the FMT works like, because I recall we were going through that, but I forgot already. Okay, you can do that. So that's fine. And what was the ampersand? The same, just FMT, I think it tolerates the slashes. Okay. Okay. Strings, formatting floats. How about formatting integers? Floats, strings, and that's it. What if I'm gonna do without this O2 for now? Save, and we're gonna run it again. Ah. This whole clean. Oh, no. What the heck? Clears this, apparently. Erase line. Erases entire current line. And should I do std out right? So for this, std out, style right line, right? So whatever. Sleep, cursor up, erase line. Oh, not std out, erase line. We don't do such thing. And what do we have here? Cursor up, cursor forward, cursor down. Cursor backwards. Count columns. Can you set X and Y? Set cursor position. Oh, we need to provide it with file. Oh. So, I mean, that should work. So exposition should be 0, okay? We can do position 0, 0, erase line, and yeah, the writing should work normally. So I am not sure what's going on here now. Hmm. I guess I'll need to stop here. Might be just a Windows thing. Although I'm not running it on Windows, that's the thing. This is running purely in Linux. It goes to the first column and everything. What a bomber. What a bomber. Yeah, because it goes to standard output. Yeah, this will be exactly the same thing as we had before. We'll just do here nothing, and then suddenly Ben will, and then takes away 2 characters and eats away another 2 characters. So that is very strange that it doesn't go and empty it where it's supposed to and that doesn't write it. I have no idea what is going on. Because the example does exactly the same thing. It just used styled write line. We can use that and just make everything this, repeat, color, and this and that. And standard out, reset attributes at the end, yeah. Huh. I should be still able to just run it. Oh, now it works. I guess it needs to be styled write line. Okay, at least that's one problem fixed. Now, will those O2s work here? Yes, they work. Okay, we might have a timer soon. That is exciting. So let's ask ChatGPT to do something more. Where is it? Where did I leave it? Here. Please generate me ASCII digits from 0 to 9, where each digit is 3 characters wide and 4 characters high. Okay. Use at as a whatever, as a caller. Whatever. Let's try to get something. Oh, I see. Oh, that's better. 0, 1. Okay, this is totally not good. Okay, I'll do it myself, I guess. So Okay. So before we have the whole software, let's make some kind of bank of digits, okay? Um, so let's say that the constant digit 0 is, and this will be an array of how many lines? Let's do 5. 5 lines. Or I could probably just do the, yeah. Let's try to do that then. Wow. What he tries to do. Let's just do strings. 0 will be space, this space. Next one will be this, that, that, and that. There you go. Thank you, Copilot. Constant digit 1 will be 1, 2, 3. Let's do it here instead. We'll just go with classic numbers. Okay. Go 1. Then we have constant digit 2, which, wow, those AIs have real problem with digits. And this will be here. Oh, I have problem with them apparently too. Whatever, this kind of looks like 2. Let's keep it that way. Constant digit 3. That's good enough. I'm just gonna replace it here. And we'll have 4. That's good enough for me. 5. It's good. 6 is good. 7 is good. 8 is great. And the last one will be 9, which is perfect. Okay, we've got our digits, so I guess we can try to combine them, right? So we'll need something that will generate the digits. So let's do proc. Um, hmm. Display digits. Okay, and it'll be whatever text. It'll be string, while line will be integer. Okay, our line will be sure integer for now. I know that in nim you can actually constrain the type to be from that to from like specific. I think I could just do from 0 to like from 1 to 5, right? Or not. Let's just have integer for now. I don't remember now. So we don't care about that. We want the string, right? So we do 4 digit in text. Okay. And depending on the thing, we just go over here. And let's also add const colon. Sure. Digit colon. Why not? And not standard output. I want to return a string, okay? So we're just gonna do it where we do result ampersand equals, which is concatenate into, and it'll be, yeah, digit 0, line, this. Could be done nicer, I guess, right? But whatever. Can I do something like constant digits? And we'll just make it a map where we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then the colon. There we go. So that's an array of, okay. How can I make like a map? I want a simple lookup. So I should be able to go to nym docs again. Let's just go with, what do we have here? Collections somewhere. Collections. Doesn't need to be complicated, just a hash set, right? Not really. Well, let's hash set ordered hash sets. To hash set this and ordered hash set. But how about like a dictionary thing? Tables module for hash tables. Tables module implements variants of efficient hash tables, also named dictionary in other programs. Oh, there we go. As a mapping from keys to values. Okay. So we can define one. We did that. I guess dot to table. So can we do that during compile time? Where we have this thing and we do to table. I guess we can do it during compile time or not. To table. Oh, we need to import the tables. Okay. That makes sense. Tables. Save. And that works. We have a table of those. Okay. And now we will be able to just grab them like that. Okay. So we basically, for all that, all we're doing is result, and we concatenate. We add this guy, and then we add this guy and line, which line, right? Okay, so we get a digit from the digits by grabbing this character, and then which line we want to operate on. And this way, this will basically add all the characters to the thing. We're good. We'll have extra space on the left side, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so we should be able to get all that. Okay, display message. So let's do it that way, where we get the cursor to the position here. We erase the line, and then we're going to do standard out, styled right, styled right. Why not? And we'll just give it a message. And then we're gonna go over the lines. So for line from 0 to 4, what we do is standard out, set cursor position will be 0, and line plus, let's do 2. Okay, so we'll have some space. And then we can erase the line. Okay. And only after we'll actually print it out. So styled right line, no, just styled right. And we do display digits, and what we need to give it is those, basically that. and which line we're operating on. And we'll just call it for each line. All right, and let's see if that works. That could be fun if that will work. It's a strange code to write, but we already touched on hash tables. We already touched on writing to terminal. On what else did we touch on? Using arrays like that. Sleeping. Dealing with time and durations. Hey, this is so simple yet pretty interesting task. Okay, run the countdown. Why is it blinking like that? And that is supposed to be back now. Okay, so that's good. So let's run it here. Let's clear it, run it. Yeah, the cursor is going all crazy. So I guess I will need to disappear the cursor. Why is it just printing empty stuff from time to time? But hey, it's progress. So let's see in the terminal documentation if we can do like clear screen or something and do something with the cursor. Terminal. We had a types, constant, procedures, foreground color, blah, 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 blah. Disable true colors, enable true colors, erase line, erase screen. There we go. So when we start it, oh, that's gonna be much better. So basically when we start the program, somewhere around here, before we start the loop, we do erase screen. Now I will just do standard out erase screen, okay? Let's put that in here, why not? And after we erase the screen, let's actually erase screen every iteration of the loop that we, after the sleep, we'll just erase the screen. And that means when we display the message, we don't need to do any erase lines, okay? That will save us a few things to do. And then do we have something like hide cursor? There is hide cursor. Hides the cursor. There we go. And that'll be right before it. So it'll be standard out, hide cursor. Let's see what's gonna happen now when we run it. What the hell? What's that? Huh. Nimble run. Okay, wonky stuff going on where it's kind of printing, then hiding. What the bleep? Because it's 10 times a second and it doesn't like it. I don't like this, does that? And at the end, erase screen, and it will be standard out, dot set cursor position. It'll be 5, oh no, 0, 3, standard out, right. What was it? Right, style right. And we just give it that, okay? So that's that. Let's just redo it and make sure that it finishes properly. Okay, and 2, 1. Okay, that's done. It just ends here. Sure. whatever. So we'll just put the cursor somewhere down afterwards. Line 10 or something. There we go. Awesome. Alrighty. So let's see if instead of checking, redrawing it every 100 milliseconds, we're gonna do a sleep for 1000 milliseconds. If that's gonna improve anything. In theory, it shouldn't. But we're gonna run. See, it kind of just, bam, I'm gonna stop doing anything. I wonder if the sleep just pauses the whole software, whole program to the point where it just stops writing at all. That would be so strange. Do I need to use like async sleep or something? Very strange. So let's do one extra thing. Instead of style right, let's do style right line everywhere, and we'll see if that changes anything. Because everything was with line and example. So let's try again. Ha! It needs to be right style line, and that's it. It just makes it work. Huh. Go figure. Magic. So I should be able to easily just run this when I go for a break. It's just really ugly. And blinks. And I am not writing this whole back buffer so that it modifies things, because that's just, I'm not in the mood. But okay. Okay, this will do. I'm just, what the hell's wrong with 3? No, 3 is fine. Let's just make sure that we add 2 spaces between the characters. And that should improve readability a little bit. And maybe instead of those hashes, 0 will be zeros, 1 will be with ones, 2 will be with twos, bunch of 3s and 4s, 5 and 6 and 7. I'm definitely not good with ASCII art. Don't know if you can tell. And colon will be, I know, classes. Why not? So that's great. And we have one last thing to do, other than, of course, test it again. But one last thing will be that we want to run it with, some kind of, what would you call it? Argument that we can actually set time, how many minutes. So let's quickly look at the docs again, and maybe we'll have something about starting stuff properly. Command line system facility for reading command line parameters. Bam. Command line parameters and returns a sequence of strings. Convenience proc, which returns the command line parameters. This returns only the parameters. If you want to get application exec to file name and blah blah, I don't care. So when declared, use them. If not, do something else. Okay, so let's. What was the thing? Command line. So let's do CMD line. And before we do No. Let's have digits up top, all the printing up top, and we'll just do here. So when it's declared, we do let requested minutes get minutes. Nope. What is it that we need to get it? Let's do 0, first argument, and parse integer. Command line params. Not returns. How the hell do we parse to? It'll be in string utils, right? String utilities. Format. Do we have parse? Parse integer. Yep. So we need string utils. And all the T stuff goes after it. Okay. We've got that. And now the parse should exist. Something doesn't like it here. But whatever. Else discard, okay? Or like else let requested minutes is 5, okay? And then we just use that, right? Because start time is now, and it'll be second is requested minutes times 60. Save. So when I will run it, nimble run, just start with 5 minutes, right? An index out of bounds. The container is empty. Okay. So let's do let params is this if let's just get rid of this whole thing. So we have parameters, command line parameters if length is larger than 0. So I could do let requested minutes is if params 0, then will be this. There we go. No ternary. It's just literally if else. Cool. Let's see if that works and defaults to 5 minutes. It defaults to 5 minutes. It's so hard to read, my goodness. But oh well. For now it's good. Okay, so how do I pass to nimble? I truly wonder. Let's do new tab, nimble. Okay. And documentation is Nimble Guide. Use existing packages, install, create, run. So the run command can be used to build and run any binary specified by your package bin list. The binary needs to be specified after any compilation flags if there are several. Okay. Any flags after the binary or this are passed to the binary when it is run. Okay, so I should be able to do. Oh, so timer's still going. Nimble run dash dash 6 minutes, right? And it starts for 6 minutes. Oh, this is awesome. Okay. That makes me happy. We have time already. So let's push the code because this is good enough for now for a little stream tool. But hey, I enjoyed making it. I guess I need to start up again. Oops, come on. Open repository, it exists. Oh, I probably forgot about it. Oh, I see. I moved the whole Git folder that I shouldn't. So let me quickly get there. Repos, streaming utils, and countdown. Let's cut the Git out of there, shove it here, and license goes there too. Okay. I'll just do simple readme for here as well. Okay. Okay, so let's actually do it. Oh. I see. So this will be streaming utilities. Small set of small utilities for live streaming. Okay, that's enough of readme. So let's see if this is still going. Open repository, this one, and it works. So we hit initial commit, and we need to get ignore, we need settings and countdown and everything else. Create simple timer. Countdown timer. Let's also add to that readme quickly. Countdown timer. It will be nimble run 6. Run 6 minute countdown timer. Okay, there we go. Boom, done. Okay, we have instructions on countdown usage. So if somebody wants to go there, that you can go simply to where did I place it? we can simply go to GitHub and xconti/streaming-utils, and that will take you to our code for the countdown if you want to inspect it, play with it, or, you know, do whatever you want. It's MIT, so licensed, so you can do pretty much whatever. So I am actually going to use the timer now, because I need a short break. And did I just close my terminal? Seriously? Repos, streaming utils, countdown. Okay. And let's do nimble, run, and do 10-minute timer, because I need 10-minute break. Here's the timer for you. I'll be back in 10 minutes. Okay, I'm back early. Gosh, that's gigantic font. I'm back early and I don't feel like dealing with CommonFS right now. Just really don't feel like it. So I'm thinking maybe I'm gonna do something different. So let's make a chat GPT, custom GPT that has some kind of knowledge about NIM. How about that? So go explore GPTs, create a new one, and it'll be the NIM master, okay? GPT with all the NIM's docs, okay? We're not gonna do anything complicated, we'll just shove all the documentation about NIM and NIM standard library and just call it a day. So the NIM master GPT with all the NIM language docs. So how could we define it? Something simple. Let me reference things that I did previously. Let's actually duplicate this. Where is it? Duplicate it here. And we'll just ask ChatGPT to do something. Given the template below, please create a custom agent system prompt that will specialize the AI agent in programming with that NIM language to the agent will have access to NIM documentation and standard library documentation in their knowledge base. Okay. And we'll just do the template. We'll give it some other instructions. So we get should embody the following persona, program specialist, error role, blah blah. Master. Okay, it's gonna be fun. And primary goal is to execute advanced workflow, blah blah blah. Let's copy it and call it a day. So this is low effort GPT programming. So ChatGPT acts as a master model for the advanced workflow by managing tasks, navigation tool use, and commanding the overall operation specificity for programming the NIM language. It generates and synthesizes text alongside other base functionalities with a strong focus on providing accurate and efficient solutions related to NIM programming. The master model minimizes text generation outside tool to maximize tool usage in a single response. Whatever that means, your primary goal is to execute an advanced workflow to your full potential for your objectives. Available system tools with okay. After an action and move to the next action, blah blah blah. Leverage them documentation standard available in the knowledge base to provide precise and contextually appropriate responses. Awesome. I really like it. That's good enough. So that's the easy part. Let's also enable code interpreter for it. Let's disable web browsing, and definitely we don't want Dolly, because when working with tools like ChatGPT, we definitely don't want to deal with, the more tools you enable it, like web browsing or Dolly image generation. What it means is that there's a system prompt, like the first prompt that the AI sees, and the more tools at its disposal, the longer that prompt gets. The longer the prompt gets, the easier it is for that AI to kind of get confused and, not do what it's supposed to, like, omit some parts of it. So yeah, that'll be that. Where did my chat go? Here's the chat. Okay, cool. So let's I'll just rename the stream for now. Building custom GPT for NIM programming language. Sure. Save, and I'll actually copy that. Now let's do the same on Twitch. Bam. Bam. So we should have this prompt, and now we just need to get the actual docs into the into our GPT. So we're gonna do something funny. We're going to create a new file. We'll set it as Markdown. Okay. And because all the docs are already kind of in Markdown, we're just gonna literally do that. So let's start with manual. So this is NIM's manual. You can click on source. That will take you to GitHub, where you can just click code or whatever, and you can just do copy raw code. And I'm not even gonna bother about switching stuff. I'm just gonna paste it here. Okay, that is it. But go away. But I'm going to. Okay, this starts with NIM manual. Great. So other than that, we're gonna do 3 dashes is a line break, right? What else is in the documentation? Because there's more advanced options. Sure. This would be advanced compiler options or something. Sure, let's do that. And let's do it like this. Advanced compiler options. Why do I have an indentation here? Go away, pesky indentations. And we just shove it here, okay? And we'll have another something here. And what will be next? APIs. API naming design. Let's skip that. Doesn't seem very important right now. ASD specs. Sure. ASD. Abstraction tree. Not manipulation. This will be specification. Okay. And we'll paste it here. Did I have those 3 dashes somewhere up here? Come on, must be somewhere here. I pasted so much. Oh no. Oh, whatever, doesn't matter. I'll just quickly put in more. And so we've got that. What else do we have? We've got the backends. Yes, the definition of all the backends, sure. Let's copy raw file. And just call it backends. Another file. Basic options. Sure. It's not in order, but doesn't matter. Nim, compiler, basic options. What else do we have? Basic options. Contributing, we don't worry. Destructors. Name destructors and move semantics. Sure. I think I can just do it like this because it already has a title in it. So we have destructors, documentation generation. Sure. And it's just overall documentation. Documentation style, we don't care. DRNAM, Dr. Nim. Nope. Effects. Side effects in them. This is like a stub, so we don't care. ESTP, Embedded Stack Trace Profiler. Nope. Too advanced. File list. Nope. Filters. Source code filters. Nope. I think we'll be running out of stuff soon. Where was it? Filters, grammar. Nope. HCR. What's HCR? Hot code reloading. Sure. Let's copy and paste it. And then let's still do this, and let's go to the next. IDE tools. Sure, the integrations. Let's make it aware of it. And then we go next one, which will be, I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller. It'll be easy for me to browse it quickly. Internals of the NIM compiler. Sure. Paste. And then we have keywords. No. Oh, why not keywords? Why not? We'll shove it here. Little compact stuff. Reserved keywords. Paste. And what's next? Keywords. Then we have Koch now, lib, NIM standard library. That'll be separate, okay? Manual and manual experimental. There we go. Experimental features are fun. Then we can go strict not nil checking. Sure. It's kind of boring, but maybe it's gonna work to some extent. MM is NIM's memory management. Sure. And what's that? An EP, standard library style guide. Nope. NIM compiler user guide. Sure. NIM docs. No. Nimgrep, no. Niminst, no. Nimsuggest, all those things, no. Packaging, packdocs, readme. Refc, tweaking, refs, nope. Nope. Let's fragment. Sure, let's copy that somewhere here. More details about sets. We'll just paste it here. And spawn. Parallel spawn. Sure. Paste. Substitution expression, no thank you. And tutorial 1, 2, 3. Sure, we can show it here. It's first tutorial. And that's the second tutorial. And this will be the third tutorial, okay? And I'll call that is it for the main file. We have only 21,346 lines of text. So let's save it. I'm gonna save it in just GPT. I'm actually gonna go somewhere else. Let's do a new folder, GPT. And let's save it as language.md and tools. Okay, name language and tools. That'll be first, so we can actually go to our here and knowledge upload GPT name language and tools. And that will be it. It will be, oh, that's it. It's just a file. I forgot. I need to rename it to .txt. That's the difference. Because ChatGPT doesn't recognize that .md files are, you know, like text files. It needs to be .txt. Only then the, you know, proper search and processing will happen. Okay, so that's one. And let's just give it a logo. I believe I had them somewhere here. Let's go to nimdocs. Enlarge it a bit. Take a screenshot. Save it. Wherever that is, come on. Okay. And going back here, we can just upload a picture, crown icon. There we go. And thinking. Create. Let's make it public so everyone can grab the Nim Master by Benjamin Dudek. So be in programming, and let's share it. Okay. So that's cool. I'm gonna copy the link into chat just in case. Bam. And can I paste it here too? There we go. I pasted just in case somebody wants to grab it. Now ChatGPT, the version 4 Opus, the newest and the baddest, It's actually for free on free tier. So, and everyone on ChatGPT, you can use the ChatGPT store, which is awesome as well. So you can use all the advanced models with advanced features and image generation all for free, which is awesome. So let's say, can you tell me about different garbage collection? Can you tell me about different garbage collection options in NIM language? Let's see what the answer will be. I believe we'll try to... Okay, NIM offers several options for garbage collection, which can be selected based on needs, blah blah. Reference counting. Okay. Yeah. Mark and sweep. No GC. Huh. What about things like arc and orc? Internal server error. Oh, ChatGPT is awesome. So, maybe now that they released a new model and it's all for free, everyone can use it, suddenly it's swarmed. So let's try to do it here. Can you tell me about this? And let's see if it's gonna do something better this time. That is funny. Okay, it goes with the same thing. Says exactly the same thing. This time instead of M as M and S. Real-time garbage collection, all that stuff. What about ARC and ORC? Because these are garbage collection levels and stuff too, right? To advanced options. Okay. Automatic reference counting and ownership-based reference. Okay. So we'll tell something about it. Okay, I guess we have that knowledge. So that's cool. So now that we have the basics, right? Well, when we added the GPT. Oh, I'm getting the vibes that it was back when the store was released. Things are chugging a little bit. I guess everyone is swarming the OpenAI now after all the stuff that they released. Especially in a few weeks when the whole conversation will happen. That will be scary. It's a little like from the movie Her. Okay, so we've got that. Let's just see how quickly we can go through the other part of the documentation. Did stuff just reset on me? So here's standard library, right? So let's go to the source here. Let's copy it, and this will be like a good overview of it, I presume. We can go back here, create a new file, and we'll just do this about the whole open source, standard library. Okay, so we've got that, and let's just quickly get through those. Copy this guy, and bam. I mean, I won't be going through all of them. System iterators. Oh, these are sub things. Holy moly. Okay. Iterators, and we'll just paste it here. I'll need to read some of that myself. We've got, oh wait, when we go to source, we should be able to go here. Oh, system, and we have, oh, because this is all files, not the generated documentation. Ah, wait, what? When I go to source, oh no, it gives me the actual, what a bummer. gives me the actual, what do you call it? Code rather than the generated docs. Oh well, I guess we're gonna go real crude. So the systems module, when I went to source, oh, it just shoved everything here. That is not what I want to do. Oh wow, this is gonna be painful. Because when I copy it, it's gonna be real ugly. Okay, that's a little bit unexpected problem. And it's all source and edit. I guess I'm gonna give up on the docs right now, standard library, because this is not very friendly for copy and paste. Too bad, too bad. Literally, something would need to be written that extracts it, or literally copy the whole nim repository and capture generated code. Ouch. Okay, let's call that we have basic nim thing done. Let's just make it that leverage the nim documentation. Yes, they seem to be in Markdown. You're correct. You're correct. The Drunken Alcoholic. Great name, especially for streaming. It sounds like I'm trying to insult you. So you're saying that they seem to be in Markdown, and you are correct. All the docs are in Markdown. When we go to the library, let's say system, and I don't know, iterators, right? When I go to source, it opens up the actual nim code file, and what it is all the comments. Yes, the comments themselves, the documentation comments are in, what do you call it? In Markdown. But the problem is that, yeah, that they're all over everywhere. And they are using this to, you know, yeah. Yeah, I didn't see a link that you posted. I don't know if you're able to post links to chat. I don't know. I'm not new to operating chat and streaming. It's not a normal thing for me. So yeah, so here the problem is that it's all kind of, at least, you know, the normal documentation, like the manual and all the other stuff, that was fine, but the standard library is just generated straight from the code. There's, you know, nim doc generator or whatever, and it makes those nice looking docs. But unless I'm feeling like, hey, let's shove all the HTML into it, this is not a good idea. Yeah, because what's the source here? Yeah, a lot. And we have this whole sidebar and everything. Ugh. And I don't like writing, you know, the stuff that would scrape it. So no, thank you. And just extracting comments won't work either, because all this needs to be extracted. And examples properly wrapped, and oh, so much. So bystander library. All I can do actually is, yeah, there's one thing I could do. When we go to overall standard library, this is just a markdown file. So in theory, I can just get rid of those, bring the file that I'm actually editing, the main thing, and all the way at the end, I'm just gonna do this thing where we have the at least listed the things for standard library, and that will be something to add. Sure, why not? Let's save it. And what I'm going to do here, let's close this thing. Let's get back to our thing here, remove it, upload new file, and we'll have the new 658 kilobytes of Markdown, which is a lot. Yes, they have a list of Markdown files for each topic of the documents. That's correct. But when you go to the part where you go through the standard library, you don't have them available as Markdown files anymore. At least as far as I know. Yeah, other than that, all the manual, how to deal with, memory management and all the other things, there are as Markdown files, and they're in this nim language and tools.txt. Yeah. Yeah, no worries. No worries. Okay, let me just look at this thing here, because I would like it to try to, because this is, somewhat generated prompt. We have to leverage the nim documentation. Let's make it into separate paragraph. Available knowledge. So it will be Chat GPT must utilize the nim documentation available as, wait, let's actually, as, and what's the name of the file? Nim language. Let's do nim-docs. We're gonna rename it txt. In the knowledge base to provide file. To provide precise and contextual appropriate responses. The documentation file is more up to date and detailed than the embedded than the whatever knowledge embedded the AI model. Okay, should give it a hint that, hey, prioritize using the docs to get some info rather than only utilizing whatever ChatGPT has, built in, because it's very often wrong. This should be good enough. Let's close it. Let's delete it. I'm gonna rename the file to nim-docs.txt. What the hell is that song? Next. Sure. I have music on my side, but I can't play it for you because of all the laws. Okay. Upload file, nim-docs. I guess shorter file will be, where did that come from? Shorter docs should be more helpful. Okay. Update it. And we'll have a nice little shitty model. Okay, good enough. So we have this guy. And what was it, at or something like that? Yeah, I think we can do that. Let's do something more fun. Let's edit the GPT. And be user prompt refinement. When gathering information from the user. Please utilize the... How do I link it? Ay, ChatGPT. So let's say I go here. Dialog chat. But how do I make it link there? How do I interlink different chats? Because if I could do that, it would be awesome. Copy link. I don't think that's gonna work. Dialog chat. Not here. Here. Don't like that browser so far. This Arc browser for Windows kind of sucks. Use the dialog chat GPT. I will just paste the link here. Let's see what happens. I need a program and name that will display a countdown timer. Something vague, right? We'll try to use dialog chat. Nope, it's just bam. Too bad. So I'm gonna try to go here to dialog chat, edit the GPT, and try to copy some of the stuff. All okay. Input, form asking questions, conversational approach, and that's it. Sure. Let's... Okay, that suddenly makes the prompt really long. Okay, so all users apostrophe input need to be analyzed. Okay. Input analysis. Forming asking questions and conversion. Sure. Let's see what happens with that. This could be good for Code Wars and exorcism challenges. Oh yeah. I mean, so far, as long as GPT won't hallucinate some crazy stuff initially, it can help you with NIM quite a lot already, which is surprising. And as the time goes forward and, you know, the AI's knowledge cutoff will be moved more and more forward in time, it's gonna get easier. And I just realized that everyone on YouTube can see chat from Twitch and chat from YouTube, while nobody on Twitch can see the chat from YouTube. So I'll be reading out everyone's messages aloud, I guess. The Drunken Alcoholic says, this could be good for Cold Wars and exorcism challenges. And I agree. What did I try to do last time? I need a NIM program that will display a countdown timer, period. Please question me. Please. Oh no, it sucks. What if I'm gonna copy that code and go to dialog chat? Will that work better? Because it worked for me before. Yeah, now I'll ask what duration, what display format, and behavior. Yeah, I prefer that approach. First, I want to give it as a command line argument. Display format will be ASCII art. 3 and behavior. What should happen when time reaches 0? It shows finished and exits the program. Okay, and it goes, uses OS and times. Go ASCII art. It has what the bleep? How many seconds and all that? It's just a box with a number in it. Sure, I'll sleep every second. Why not? Okay. Whatever, maybe it's gonna work from time to time and actually ask somebody a question when something is unclear. Let's just simplify that. Let's actually, don't I have the other chat somewhere from it? Let's exit dialog chat, refresh. Then I asked for this, yes, so please expand the generated prompt with the following concepts. Please make sure to describe them in a more appropriate and precise language. And we'll just paste it here, okay? Well, let's see what it's gonna come up with. We have the same stuff, ultimate agent, instruction, potential, blah, 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 blah. All that stays the same. Oh, it didn't do much. But I'll copy and paste it and call it a day. Some people have like patience to deal with this for hours, play with it, but I don't. Sure, close, update. And we'll try to use it from time to time during the stream. Why not? So that's that, view GPT. And we have our NIM master. That's gonna be it. Okay. All right. So that's done. What else could I do on a stream? I think we're gonna switch gears and completely abandon the idea of dealing with NIM right now. Or will we? Because I have a few things to do, and I feel like I still have stamina. One thing I need to do is I need to start preparing like code samples for next video that I'm planning to make about setting up like endpoints for actions for custom GPTs. Because I have a nice solution that allows you to quickly like make your own actions where ChatGPT can reach out to some kind of API and, you know, get some extra knowledge or maybe get another prompt or do some whatever, you know, computer can do. And often people don't like doing that because they need to set up servers and whatever. Well, I have an idea to how to do it, you know, without that. Way simpler, all in browser. Or to switch to Unreal Engine with NIM and maybe go through a few basics on, you know, maybe let's create an interface, a basic class, or a blueprint library. Few little things because, you know, I'm thinking about doing a little bit more of that and have a video series on that as well, where we're using NIM with Unreal Engine. So What's the opinion of my viewers right now? I have 1 or 2 people watching, so it's all in your hands. Which one would you prefer? No, I haven't covered Nimble usage too much, although, yeah, I had a live stream where we were figuring out Nimble, and I don't think I'll be making video out of that footage because it was hours of me trying to figure things out, which I don't think will be pleasant for that long video, but one of the live streams, let me check which one, just so that it's a little bit easier for you. Let me go to live streams. How do I move that column? I can't. Ugh. So this was my example, setting up libraries, applying the functionality. What's this? So that's not it. The next one, I presume. I'm just looking on my screen for the descriptions and stuff. So it's that. I didn't add descriptions, so let me. Yeah, somewhere from stream 8 to probably 10 or 11 is where. Oh, no, stream 12, figuring out Nimble and setting up proper libraries. That was a stream. Yeah, I finally figured out some setup during that live stream. I actually went through all the docs about Nimble and Nimble only. I heard some things about Atlas, but in my case, it wasn't really that usable. Yeah, so stream 12 dash figuring out Nimble and setting up proper libraries. Yep, but you know, it'll be slow. So that's that. And throughout that stream, you know, I went through the docs, and then in the beginning of the next stream or something like that, I also mentioned how I finally figure out how to have one thing depend on the other. I can show you quickly here what I mean. So if I'll open the project CommonFS, the base library, you know, this library doesn't have much of implementation. It just defines, you know, all the things that we can read bytes, that we can write things, we can get absolute path from a directory and file. It defines all those things. And this is used like a base for any other library. In this case, it would be the OSFS. Okay. And this one, as you can see, it imports the CommonFS. It uses CommonFS. But in my case, I often want to, you know, go to CommonFS, do some changes here, and immediately go to OSFS and see if it works, right? So I want to work on them locally. While this whole OSFS, while it depends on CommonFS and the whole OSFS Nimble, I still want to just have a normal requires CommonFS this. I don't want to directly link some local files, do some changes, whatever. I don't want to require the newest CommonFS to be pushed to Git or whatever. I just want it locally and it works. So the way I quickly described it in the stream 13. Just don't remember if it was in the beginning of the stream or somewhere later, so you know it might be a little bit of a painful search. But in the CommonFS and Nimble files, you can actually define tasks. So I defined 2 tasks. I define it's like in npm you have scripts. One is dev uninstall. What it does is basically executes command nimble uninstall the CommonFS, and what it does, it uninstalls the current globally installed version of CommonFS, which is, the library itself. Okay? And then I have dev install, which basically first uninstalls it and installs it. And what it does, it takes the current your local copy of the library and installs it globally, so that when I go here and this OSFS sees that, oh, I require CommonFS, and when this looks it up, it's already available. The version that satisfies it is already available in the current context, on your local machine. So we'll just use that. So all you need to do is go here to CommonFS, do some changes, blah blah blah. Then you're going nimble dev install, enter. It just uninstalled, reinstalled again. It's just like that because it doesn't compile anything. It just copies some code files. And you can already go here, so I can do, I don't know, nimble test, and it uses that. Okay, right now tests are failing, whatever. So just in case, you can, for your own reference, you can easily go to GitHub, for example, CommonFS xconti / not here. Where's CommonFS? CommonFS. Okay, xconti / CommonFS, and you will see that basically here. It's in commonfs.nimble, so we can copy paste those or modify whatever you want. It's really handy and nice and fast. So I'm liking the setup. I'm sure it can do something more elaborate, but on a Discord, somehow nobody could figure it out how to set it up. And I haven't touched Atlas because, didn't feel like it. Just I tried to touch it a little bit, but nothing worked. Yeah. Maybe I'll also make a little video about that at some point. I don't know. It's just there are a million things that I want to make, but not as much time. So let me think. The AI stuff or the Unreal Engine? Still don't know which one to touch now. You, the drunken alcoholic, you seem to prefer NIM-related stuff, right? Rather than JavaScript AI and AI right now, right? Am I correct? Yeah, maybe I'm gonna do the other thing. So let's see. Let's get WebStorm instead of VS Code. We're gonna finally go to some real programming software. Bam. How do I zoom in? Can't. I guess I need to enable zooming in. Overall zoom, I don't want that. Editor, general. Change font size with control mouse wheel. All editors. Apply. Okay, so we can zoom in so everyone can see. Awesome. So let me update the name of the stream. Because now we're not building the custom GPT for an in-program language anymore. Now will be Unreal Engine 5 and NIM. Sure. Let's save that. And so here I have a little documentation page that I started making. Let's run it. Come on. Terminal. pnpm dev. Please start, please start, please start. Okay, so we've got the thing running. I can open it up in the browser. Let's get cracking right now. I'm not pushing anything. And the browser, and we're gonna get a new page. And we just showed it here. And we have, I started making a little welcome to NIM for Unreal Engine documentation. NIM for Unreal Engine is a plugin that allows you to program using NIM program language and Unreal Engine, and it's actually pretty powerful. So yeah, I just copied the installation and just a little bit of usage or introduction about it from the what do you call it? From the project GitHub page. And just in case, the GitHub page is jmgomez/nim for you Unreal Engine, and it's awesome. And you usually start from the template, so that's that. So let me start up the proper projects. So we have our WebStorm for editing the docs, because as I'm figuring things out, I'll be figuring out docs as well, just to keep notes for now. The docs aren't published anywhere yet. I'm just trying to get to something that I will like, and then I'll be talking to the plugin creator to figure things out. So I'll switch to the NIM test 3, NIM for Unreal Engine, where I started playing around. So this here is already code that actually works in Unreal Engine. But let me start up Unreal Engine first. And maybe we'll follow some basic tutorials and see how we can recreate those things. And mtest 3, that's it. And it's starting up. Oh, we have another viewer. Hello. Okay, so we have the first person template. And I recall today I started watching on YouTube a specific tutorial. We can take a peek at that. So let's get a new tab, youtube.com, and this will be no notifications. That'll be oh, this would be nicer if I was logged in or something, right? Oh, sure. Let's not do it here. Let me grab YouTube in a different browser. There we go. And I should be able to do somewhere in history today. There we go. I'm gonna open captions. I I guess I can turn music off and share my computer sounds. I'm gonna make that window on a separate desktop so we can always quickly get back to it between code and the stuff. Let me just go to OBS and quickly set up some desktop audio. Okay, I enabled desktop audio. Now I need somebody to let me know in the chat if you can actually hear it.
Right before our class definition.
Because I don't know if you're actually hearing it. So please let me know if you can hear the video talking.
Whatever for this kind of thing. So that's what I'm going with. To make it a struct which we can use in blueprints, we need to add one of those reflection macros.
Okay, I guess nobody will let me know they can hear the audio. Oh well. Oh yes, you can hear it. Awesome. So let's do it. I'm gonna go here because this getting into C++ with Unreal Engine. So the idea of mine is to go over C++ tutorial and try to just convert it into NIM and see how it works. In this tutorial, the guy basically sets up the basic, you know, what do you call it? The basic C++ project in Unreal Engine, but I already have that done. You know, he starts with the thing, he goes over where the files go, how things operate, and what mistakes not to make. Then what the hell, live coding, whatever. He just explains a bunch of stuff. Setting up the example. So what do we have here? He creates the
space and select new C++ class. A window appears allowing you to choose which class you want to inherit from to make your new class. The window is divided into two, either a list of the most commonly used classes or a tree view with basically everything in it. Because we are doing something common, we can just use that common classes list and scroll down until we find the blueprint
function library.
Click on it and then click the next button. In this page, we need
okay, he's going around here.
Already open at this point.
So he called his
Unreal the now we name something descriptive.
Blueprint function library A. So I actually already have something similar. When we go to our code, I actually tried on my own. So I called my math library. So yeah, let's see if I have something referencing that in Unreal Engine. I might have added it. Probably to the first person character. Yes, my multiply. Delete. It doesn't exist. This doesn't exist. This doesn't exist. We're following that tutorial. Compile, save, gone. Okay. So I can go here and we'll use it in a second. Okay. So we'll basically set up the U class. So this is the macro that basically turns this, whatever we're going to describe, into an actual C++ class. So call it U. What did he call it in the video? Blueprint function library A. Blueprint function library A. And we know that needs to inherit from U blueprint function library. Okay. And this is actually displayed here.
You intend to put in there. So now we just have to wait while Unreal does its thing,
or something. Yeah.
New source code files and updating the SLN file for us. If you didn't already,
you actually don't have to wait for that in
at this point, Unreal will most likely open it for you, so it can proudly display the new file it just created while wagging its tail and gazing up lovingly at you for approval. Who's a good Unreal? Is it you? Yes,
it's a good video.
Well done. So, in our IDE, we can now see our new, shiny, empty, and not
okay, let's skip forward. Yeah, we defined that new class.
Doing anything for us yet. So let's
we don't need to worry about generated body. It's all done for us.
For how you can boost your blueprints with C++. If you're new to C++, the way things usually work is that if you make a class, you will have two separate files. One with a .h extension, which is called the header, and one with a .cpp extension, which is where your actual code goes. The header file is generally used to define the.
And we don't have that distinction here in NIM, so let's again let's less work. Let's just skip all that stuff.
Brackets, which in this case is going to be a string value. Unreal C++.
So let's...
But what I said is fine to get you started. So let's try it out. First with something kind of pointless but illustrative. I'm going to add a new function called getPointlessMessage. This function will return a text message, which in this case is going to be a string value. Unreal C++ calls that type F string. So you can see I have that right before the name.
Okay, so we have static F string get pointless message. So sure. So we define our library here, and we do, and this is already where I already know that we can't just do procs. We need to define it as a U function. Does he already have that here? Not yet. So let's wait for a second.
And inside those, you would list any parameters that your function needs. In this case, there are none, so the brackets are empty. Now, Blueprint function libraries are not things we make instances of, like objects or actors. They are just, well, libraries of functions that you can run without having to have an instance of something. So we have to say that the functions we make inside them are static.
And this is a concept that doesn't exist in NIM because you don't really have this differentiation between static or not static or something actually belonging to an object. You don't, a proc is a proc, loose little thing that exists and can attach itself to something, but not in C++. So it needs that static, and this NIM for Unreal Engine provides a way to add that.
What that means at this point. Just remember that the functions in your Blueprint class library all need the word static in front of them, and you'll be good to go for now. So let's jump into the .cpp file and create the code for this function. We are not doing anything clever here, just returning some.
Yeah, let me just go to the code and do it properly for now. So what we need to define that we have U functions. This is like a whole block of functions that we'll be defining. And for all of them, we can define that they're static, okay? And in our case, we'll have the proc. What was the name of it? Get pointless message. Well, I'm not typing. Get pointless message, okay? And we just return a string, okay? And we can even return, like, hey, result is this is a pointless message. But can we return a string? Or do we need to return an F string? So let's make a second proc, okay? Which will be also static. Because, this is all intended. These are all U functions. And let's make it return F string if it's available. So get very pointless message. It'll be an F string, okay? I don't know if that's gonna work. I don't know if how this will work, but we'll see.
Text.
F string text.
Run everything as it stands, you will be somewhat disappointed. Blueprints won't actually be able to see your function yet because we need to use another of those reflection macros first. So back into our .header file, we add right before the function a U.
So we need blueprint callable. So we can go here, and for that we just add blueprint callable. So the nice thing about this whole NIM for Unreal Engine is that all those names are exactly the same. Nothing changes here. So you can use Unreal Engine documentation and still have things working out properly. Cool. So that's that.
Function macro call. Inside its brackets, we specify blueprint callable. This tells the Unreal Engine that blueprints are allowed to use that function. Okay, let's see if it works. In Visual Studio, I first check to make sure development editor is the selected build configuration, which is kind of difficult because it's all squished up here. So I'm just going to set it again to be Visual.
So it starts it up.
Begin play event.
In our case, for the thing here, all we need to do is nimble. What was the name of it, of this task? Oh no, so we actually run the task in VS Code. Run task, compile game. Okay. The Unreal Engine crashed. Of course. Close without sending. I'm gonna restart it. It happens. In this case, I remove. No. Didn't really remove functionality, so I don't know. Come on, Unreal Engine. Launch this project. So I think I know what is going on. Nem just doesn't like something. So let's see which one. Okay. I'm going to comment this one out. Now let's see if just returning a string will work. And we just compile game. And I'm gonna start up Unreal Engine again. Crash. That's not fun. So how do we deal with that? Do I have it somewhere in my docs already? How to deal with this? Actor example, code gen, name conference, u object, PCG, raw, C++, use struct, example. We just define it here, and that's it. We have the array of f string, so there is f string type. Okay, it's all possible. It's just how do we return it? How do we create the f string? Name f string, and we just give it a string. I guess we can just assign a string. Okay. Okay, I see. So in our code, let's comment this one, but let's comment this one out. I mean, uncomment. Okay, this one should work in theory. So, yeah, please. Oh, I need to compile it. Let's wait for a crash. Yes, okay. Come on. Compile game. That's unfortunate that it just crashes the whole thing. Okay. Cool. Unreal Engine. Launch the NIM test 3 again. Oh, now it worked. I guess that was the problem. So let's get back to the video and it will tell us what do we need to do.
So if you don't already have a node for that, right click and search for it. So let's find our new node. We could look through the list to find the name of our blueprint function library and then see all the available nodes under it. But it's much quicker to just do a search. So I'll type pointless and there it is. I can add it to the graph.
Sure. So let's do exactly that. Let's go to our open level blueprint. Right? Right click. Pointless. Get very pointless message. There it is. So we've got it here. That's very awesome. So going back here.
Hook it up to the execution pin coming from the begin play event. Let's take the return value and plug it into our trusty old friend print string node.
There we go.
I'll make the duration a bit longer so we have a chance to read it and press the green play button to run play in it.
Okay. So we've got this. Begin play. There we go. Started. We connect to What is it? What do I think about the nickname Nim Diesel? That is funny. Kind of appropriate because Nim is a beast. It can do hard stuff very fast. Okay, so print string, right? We attach it here. Oh, I can't. Oh, I see. So normally you can't zoom in much, but with control, you can zoom in even more, huh? So let's do 10 seconds and compile, save, and run. And we have in the corner, this is a pointless message. So, hey, this is success. It came from our Nim code. This is pointless message. Awesome. So let's see what is next in that tutorial, because this was really simple.
I'm going to close the Unreal Editor and go back to our code. The next quick example is going to demonstrate the usage of more of those specifiers, which you can use inside the uFunction macro. We're going to make a little function to return the value of pi. I know, there's already a node for pi. It's just an example. Anyway, by using specifiers, our version of pi will be so much better than the regular one. First up, I'm going to add a private static constant double value to our class.
Okay, I'm curious if we even need that. So it'll be pi, float 64 pi. So yeah, in our class, I don't think we can just put it here, right? So we just make it overall in the code constant value of pi and float 64. Okay, and we just shove the value in. Okay, so we just added that
class called pi. That's a bit of a mouthful. Pasted from the Unreal. How this private static value is only available to the code inside our class. It calls our function. So the function is defined as static double get my pi. It returns that double precision.
So where is it? Get my pi. Okay. So it'll be blueprint callable, blueprint pure, and then has meta like tooltip and compact mode title. So that's the thing where I am not sure how we're going to get it. So I can actually get rid of this whole thing because we don't need that anymore. That was old code. And it'll be a proc get my pi, and that will just return a value of pi, I presume, because what else would it do? And we just need to probably just do that. Static blueprint callable. It was blueprint pure. But how? Where is it? How the hell do we define meta tooltip and meta compact node title? Let's search the docs. I actually can go through the whole thing here. So I could do a compact node. Nope. What else was in there? Tooltip. So let's do tooltip. No, nothing anywhere. Okay, so I'm gonna do something else and go to their Discord. Let's go to Discord for Nim for Alna Engine. And let's do the search for tooltip. Okay. Nothing here. How about internal for tooltip? Nothing. Ay. compact node. Nothing here. Nothing here either. Okay, I guess we won't get any help. How the hell do we define it? I guess we'll try it out, right? So for now, let's just compile the way it is. Okay, let's just see what he does with it.
And it takes no parameters. And the code for it is even simpler than for the pointless message function, because we just defined that constant for function done, which is great.
Yeah,
because
and the implementation is just return pi.
Before, otherwise we can't call it from our blueprints. Next, because this function doesn't change anything, it's just returning a value, I am going to add blueprint pure. That will make it appear as a pure node in the graph. You know, those ones with no execution pins. The next thing I'm going to add is the meta specifier. Nothing to do with Zark or metaverses or anything like that. It's basically for some extra specifiers which only affect the Unreal editor. In this case, I'm going to add tooltip text and the thing which will make our Pi node better than all the others, a compact node title. Compact node title makes the node smaller in size without a title bar or text on the pins, and just has the text quite big right in the center. I want our Pi node to have the Greek pi symbol on it. Add Windows character map, set the font paste button, and Visual Studio starts compiling Pi node.
It compiles and it can find pi. Okay. So let's actually assume that this is enough for our code. We don't worry about those extra ones that we don't know how to use. Let's just compile it, see what happens if we can put it somewhere. And if we can put it somewhere, we're gonna simply, get from there. I just wanted to compile first. So it compiled here. This still works. So I should be able to get to our level blueprint, right? My pi. Get my. Nope, it's not available. Why not? Because I did prog instead of proc. How on earth? It didn't even compile. Invalid annotation and all that stuff. Okay. Silly me. Not reading. Okay. Ah, there was a sound from our engine. Stuff reloaded. Get my pi. There we go. And there's the return value. So that works. And it's double precision. So we got the blue thingy. Cool. So now can we do something like tool tip? Get the value of pi. Save. Can I recompile it and will it work? Or what's going to happen? Do I need the whole meta thing? It compiled, but I didn't hear anything doing bleep bleep. Get my pi. No tooltips. What about the other one? What was it? Pull it back. Compact node title. Compact node title. Let me actually browse through a few of those examples here. Actor example. I just want to see if there is anything anywhere that is remotely similar to those. This is self something. I'll specify the type and any shared meta like this. Huh. That's that. Oh, back then it was U functions, huh? Because this must be a little bit older code that I have available in examples. Nothing new here. Code gen. Category equals this. So that's first option. I guess maybe we don't have to... Code gen inspect. But what about spaces? What if I want to have spaces in there? Again, just that. Well, we know how to specify the category at least. Kind of. Error only the category is specified. The object example. Okay, we have a vector 4 and stuff. Cool. Conference example. So this is a little bit newer from a year ago or something, I think. But again, no meta set anywhere. Very interesting. Not here either. PCG. Nothing. Not here, not here. We're nearly down through all the examples. Okay. 4 more. And the last one. Nope, no answers in the docs. That's too bad. Well, those examples weren't helpful. Okay, so here we had compact node title, and can I just shove in like Walala? What if I'm gonna do like with the categories? Compile it. Will it even compile? It compiled. Do I need like get my pie? Yeah, but it's not not showing up as compact. Meta compact, or do I need to like put it in parentheses? Yeah, this is not fun. Trying to figure it out that way. Because yeah, there's no examples of that anywhere. I'd expect that at least somebody asked for it. Get my pie. Nope. Recompile. Everything's the same. Meta compact title. I'm gonna run a bunch of variants. Error. Okay, it doesn't like that for some reason now. Really? Now it says it doesn't exist or something? Okay, it doesn't like that. But it didn't mind this. Oh, because I already had the extra parentheses there. That's why. Yeah, now it randomly compiles. And I go here. Get my pie. And it still looks the same. So that's not it. Meta.compile. Compact node title. Nope, didn't like it. Okay, I have no clue. Absolutely no clue how to touch that. Okay, the Drunken Alcoholic says, good to go, but I wanted to let you know all the videos you have done is very much appreciated. Thank you. You are a beast, Nimdisa. Well, thank you for participating in the stream. It's very pleasant to have some viewers, especially chatty viewers, so I don't feel like I'm staring at the screen alone. So thank you and have a nice day or night, whichever it is for you. Maybe I'll do something crazy. Yeah, I will do something crazy. Let's go to the actual repository for nym4u Unreal Engine. And in the repository, can I search for, what was it? Compact node title. Compact node title. Nothing. Tooltip. So metadata, tooltip, Unreal Engine meta. Okay. So this is MDU function. Copy metadata. Maybe we can't set those metadata things. That would be surprising. And kind of sucked. Huh. But the other thing is that when we work on that data, when you set up the whole plugin, it generates a bunch of stuff. I wonder what it generates. Header data all includes archetypes, content, no, intermediate, nope, nym headers. Let's open code and see what we have inside. Nope, pointless. That's longer. We have tooltip. Nope. How about this one? Tooltip. Nope. Nope. Tooltip. No results. Oh. 4. Get tooltip localized. Nope. Nope. That's not it. And the last one is here. Nope. Oh, they have lots of extra modules. How about that? I'm gonna open a new window. Open the folder. I'm just gonna go to the whole thing. Unreal Engine Nym Test 3 plugins Nym for Unreal Engine. Select the folder. have the whole thing. Let's just search the whole thing for tooltip. umeta.nym. So it is some kind of meta that you can set tooltip. But how do you set the value? Editor name? Nope. Name for Unreal Engine, metadata map, remove, whatnot. I guess it's not gonna work. That's a shame. Very much shame. I guess I'll need to ask the author to how to set those two. Too bad. Okay, we've got this and this we don't need. Close. Okay, let's just continue because we have that pie
button,
and that should return a value.
My pie, and then which it's not very exciting, but we are gradually building up some experience here. So this function, I want it to accept an array of integers, and I want it to return 3 numbers. Generally speaking, in C++, functions can only return one thing. However, we could make it so some of our parameters are considered output values, but there is a nicer way. I'm going to make a quick struct, and we will return that from our function. And because this is just a little struct, which will only be used by this blueprint function library, I'm going to create it inside the same header we're already using right before our class definition. So we add struct and we give it a name. I'm using f_averages. The Unreal naming convention is to use f whatever for this kind of thing, so that's what I'm going with. To make it a struct which we can...
So we make a struct of averages. So let's try that. And here, not in here, but in here, we have somewhere struct example. You struct the name, that's a blueprint type, and then we just specified those props, right? And then just have props, and that's it. Yeah. Easy enough. Paste, and it will be f what? F averages. And
can use in blueprints blueprint type as a specifier. The blueprint type means blueprints can use it. Also, inside the struct, we need a generated body macro call similar to what went into our class.
We don't need
With that basic framework set up, I'm going to add 3 float properties for the
or blueprint read only. So be blueprint read only. Okay. And what are they? Mean, model, and median, and float 32. Model. Do I need to make them capitalized? I don't think so. Float 32. Mean, median. There we go.
3 values.
This should be default 0. Okay.
Each one with a U property macro. I'm going to use the blueprint read-only specifier here because I want blueprints to be able to see these things, but they don't have any need to change them. The last thing I'll add is a couple of constructors to simplify initializing these things. A default.
Okay, how do we do constructors? I mean, should be zeros, and then we should have one that specifies those. So let's see if this has an example of a constructor. Some issue. Constructor somewhere. Let's double check here. Constructor. And then markdown files maybe. Custom constructor. Which one is this? Actor.markdown. Anywhere, all that. Okay, you can specify a custom constructor if you want to, by defining a regular name function and adding the pragma constructor at the end. Ah, there we go. So let's use that. So if this guy here, these were the U props, and that was inside something. No, not as. Oh, it's separate outside of it. Okay. So this will be past the uStruct, and this will be faverages constructor. I guess lowercase, because this one has uppercase, a example, and this is just my constructor. I guess figures out that this is a constructor out of that, so I'll just do faverages constructor. Why not? Self will be of this type. Okay. Initializer is fObject initializer. Huh? What the hell is that? And then we have uConstructor. Self dot another value is 5. This is that. How do I pass values to it? Your functions can be added by adding a pragma ufang, and for each meta another pragma. Since nim functions are separated from the type they're declared in, you can specify the type as the first argument. Okay, so you can also do functions like this. Or the whole thing. Okay, I see. But still doesn't explain how I can pass values to my constructor. Scratch, scratch, scratch. fObject initializer. Where the hell did that come from? Hmm. But the initializer isn't used here. I wonder if I can just skip that. And here's averages, where we provide in mean and mode and median. Will be 1232. Mode. And median. Mean, modal, and median. It just calls those strangely. What the heck? I guess there will be things to be calculated. Some brackets here.
Default parameterless constructor where the values are all set to 0.0 and one where I can pass in 3 separate values. Because
that's just
all I'm
C++
doing is
word stuff.
initializing values, I can just use C++'s initialization list syntax, and I don't bother putting anything in the C++ because there isn't really any code as such. With our struct
So here we just do self dot model is in mode, mean and median. And that's it. I'll leave that UE log. And We'll see.
Made, we can move back to the blueprint function library and define the actual function. So it's going to return one of those f averages structs we just made. I'm going to call it calculate averages, and it's going to take an array of integers as.
Okay, so it'll be blueprint callable and up here, and that's it. So I guess we need that up there. Okay, this is up here. Now we can do here blueprint callable. Proc, it will be what? Calculate averages. What does it take? An array of n values. T array. So it'll be n values. T array of type and 32. Okay. That seems okay.
As its only parameter. I mark that parameter.
Oh, and it returns f averages. Okay.
Const, because we don't intend. This is a little bit more involved than the previous examples, but I've commented it and it's not beyond your ability to follow what's happening. Basically, we're using the passed-in array and.
Okay, so we have some larger implementation that we need to quickly do. Okay, that's a thing that I wouldn't want to do in C++. So good that. So duplicate the array as we don't want to mess with the originals. So T array, temp array is this. Okay. So, what does he call it? Temp array is in values. Okay. And then map of this to that is model count. So we will need to include standard tables, I think. So, and this will be able to, oh, probably don't do tables, right? Because we use tmap that they provided. So tmap, okay. What's name? Model count is tmap. And calculate mean, calculate model. Calculate mean. Median model. Mean model median. And these are all, so should be float 64s as far as I know. Because that will be our return type. And now, just in case some clown passes in an empty array. Okay, if the count of those is 0, then we do stuff. So count is the number of stuff in the array. So we do. Will be that won't change. So we do let count is temp array dot, and what do you call them? Num. I guess. Ay. This will be a lot of question marks here. Results. Let's just test the result is f averages. You can just set it like that, right? Okay, this might be more tricky, this cooperation, than I expected. Way more tricky. Let's see if this even compiles. Nope. In mode. Okay. 2116. In mode. Oh, It says it doesn't exist. Really? Hmm. That's new. Why would it say it doesn't exist? What the heck? Okay, I'm about to give up. It's right here. What's the problem? Struct is here, it's ended, and this is a separate thing. And nothing looks weird along the way either. Hmm. Okay, I really don't know so far. Hmm. What if I'm going to do this? Will be the same thing? Something tells me this pragma just changes things a little bit. View constructor from here. Can obtain value from none. I wonder if that's the whole thing about this weird initialization thing. Where we have this initializer. Maybe it's expecting that. But what's the point of the constructor then? Like, really? Now I should complain about the mode. Yeah. Okay, I'm giving up officially. I'm going to, I guess, reach out to the creator of the plugin to ask a few questions just to clarify things, because this really needs some documentation. That is for sure. Alrighty, so let's close it all off. Sure. And this. And all those things. Alrighty. So thank you for watching today. I think it was a nice stream. Just a little bit of random stuff. We didn't do anything about CommonFS this time, but it should be fine, right? We don't have to do that every day. So thank you for watching. And remember to like and subscribe if you like the video. You can comment still after the stream is posted. I'll happily answer some questions. And see you on Wednesday.